Good evening. We begin tonight with immigration enforcement. ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, has been successful arresting and deporting migrants, but its tactics have led to protests and falling poll numbers for the administration. CBS News immigration correspondent Camila Montoya-Galvez just sat down with ICE's acting director, Todd Lyons, for a rare interview, and he joins me now. Camilo, what did you find out?
Hi, John. We just recently spoke about that reported agreement that ICE has brokered with the Department of Health and Human Services that will give the agency the data for millions of Medicaid recipients and patients. And I asked the acting director, Todd Lyons, about the genesis for this move. Let's take a listen. The Associated Press director just reported that ICE now has access to the personal information of millions of people enrolled in Medicaid, including names and addresses. Can you confirm that that is true? And if so, what does ICE plan to do with that information?
You know, one thing that we have seen is the fact that under the last administration, we have so many known gotaways or individuals that came into the United States and just totally disappeared off the grid. What ICE is doing is working with all of our other federal partners to try to gain intelligence to locate these individuals that have been ordered deported by a judge or have been released from a sanctuary jurisdiction like we talked about. That is what ICE is using that data for, whether it be data from the Department of Labor, data from Health and Human Services, Medicaid. We are using that data to try to locate, again, the worst of the worst of those people that have been lawfully deported. So I think that's what you're going to see that data used for.
To identify and arrest people who are here illegally.
Yes.
John, this is clearly the latest effort by the Trump administration to enlist the assistance of federal agencies across the government to fulfill its promise of carrying out the largest deportation operation in American history.
Camilla, what did Acting Director Lyons say about the question of masks, which some people say is a lack of transparency? It smacks of kind of a secret police, the masks that ICE agents are wearing.
Well, Director Lyons told us that he's not initially a proponent of ICE agents wearing masks during operations to arrest people who are in the country illegally, but he told us he will continue to allow his officers to wear masks during these operations, citing concerns about their safety. He is saying that ICE officers are increasingly at risk of being assaulted or doxxed by individuals throughout the country as they expand this aggressive enforcement strategy. And the Department of Homeland Security did tell us that there has been an 800% increase in ICE arrest assaults against those agents this year compared to 2024, John.
And the rest of the interview will be on Face the Nation this weekend. Camila Montoya-Galvez, thank you so much.